Everyone, Dave from Repairs Rule. So we're moving on our print on demand to this is issue 102. So on our first 101, we talked about the types of designs that you should consider evergreen and trendy and so on. So you need to check out 101 to bring yourself up to date to where we are on this one. So for 102, what we're going to do today, I'm going to bring up a software program that I use to create designs. And this is a like a Photoshop style of a photo editor. There's a lot of different ones out there. Some people use Canva, but there's an issue with Canva unless you have the paid subscription. Um, this one that I'm using is called Jassy Paint Shop Pro 9. This is an old program. It's been around for decades, and it can be found online that you can download free. You just have to do your Google searches and locate it. And I believe it's on oldversion.org, I believe. But the one I'm using is Paint Shop Pro 9. Another one that's out there that you can get that's a free program to use is called PhotoPad, and I'll try to put a link in the description below. Now, the one that I'm using, they do have these for sale on occasion on eBay. So you may be able to pick this one up on eBay, but be careful when you're out looking at these on eBay because sometimes it's not the software. Sometimes it's the book, the manual on how to use it. So you want to be careful about that. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today is we're going to pull up this software and I'm just going to create just a simple font design and get it saved. And then we will be moving on to 103, getting this design uploaded over to Printful. And then we'll talk about connecting the shops together and get your listings up for sale. So, anyway, let me jump down here on the computer and we will get moving on this. Okay, so here I am. I'm on Jassy Paint Shop Pro. And some of the things that you're going to want to get in your mind, so you want to write this down, it's the size that you're going to make your design. So what I do is I go up and hit File, New, and it'll bring up this dialog and the width that you want. These are in pixels. So the width that you want is 4,500 pixel and the height is 5,400 pixels. And you want a high resolution graphic. And now I know on Amazon, maybe not all of the others, but Amazon requires you to do 300 DPI resolution. So that's what I do all of mine. I do them all at 300 DPI. So as you can see here, 4,500, 5,400, and 300. Then the next step that I want to do is down here, make sure that it's a transparent background. Now, why do it? I need it to be transparent. So when I print this on different color t-shirts, I don't have a white background with the lettering on it. It'll be more like this. So on my Repairs Rule logo here, you can see the color of the shirt comes through. So that's why you want a transparent background, not a solid color background. So we have this all set up and I just hit OK. So there's my blank canvas. The checkerboard means that it's a transparent background. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my text tool down here on the left. And now I'm going to choose what text that I want. And up here's the fonts. I have a font that's called handwritten. And by the way, before we go any further, let me explain about fonts. You can pick up fonts free online. There's several sites. You just Google free fonts. I believe one's called the font, DAFONT, where you can download and use different fonts for your designs. So once you download them and put them on your computer remembers what you have. So I have one called Handwritten. And since this is a large um, image here, I'm going to make the size large for this font. It's 570 pixels, and I'm going to italicize it. It's up here. So I just go into my canvas and I left click, and then I type. Now, we have St. Patrick's Day coming up shortly. After that, we have Easter. After that, Mother's Day. I'm just going to set this one up for Mother's Day as an example. So on my dialog box, I just type in Mother's Day. And you can see it's putting it over here on my canvas, and that looks like about the right size. I've made a few of these shirts, so I knew that would be close. So I hit apply. Now I can grab it in the middle. You'll see my cursor change to a move diagram, and I can move it over, put it where I want it. Now understand that this is going to go onto a t-shirt. So you're going to want the image up high, closer to the collar. You don't want to put it clear down on someone's stomach. So you're going, and you can adjust it when we do upload it to Printful. But just go ahead and set your template up that way, and you'll see what I mean here. So we have Mother's Day. And then I'm going to grab my text box again over here. And then I'm going to go in here and click under Mother's Day. And I'm just going to say is, and it put it there. And I'm going to highlight it here in the dialog box because I want to change it. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller in size. Let's make it 470 instead of the 570. And I hit apply. And then I can grab that is and move it where I want. Get it close to my center. Okay, one more time. The dialog box, and I click, and I'm going to write Mother's Day is every day. Okay, and again, that's too small. I want it as large as Mother's Day, so I'm going to highlight in my dialog box. Then I'm going to go back up here to size, and I'm going to change it to 570 on the pixels. Then I hit apply. And again, I grab every day in the center, move it where I want it to where I think that will look fine. Now, a lot of you are going to be asking, what about pictures and what about all these other things? Absolutely, we can do all of those things, but we're going to go step by step on this process. So here we have just a regular font. Mother's Day is every day, and it's saved on a transparent background. Now you can see from what I talked about before, one of the, or not one of, the most popular t-shirts out there, I Heart New York, I Heart NY. So easy to do. You can see where we could do this with a font and then put a heart in the middle. Very easy. So we have our design. I'm going to go to File, and then we're going to save it as. And I have a folder made up on my computer. I just called it 1A. And I'm going to say Mother's Day for a name, and then save as type. Now on save as type, I hit the drop down and I want a PNG. It's right here. Stands for Portable Network Graphics. That's an image that can have a transparent background. If I save this as a JPEG, it would make the background white. So I don't want that. I want to make it as a PNG. Mother's Day PNG, and I save it. Okay, so that is now saved on my computer. Um, the next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to go over to Printful. We're going to upload that, and then we will be connecting the stores with Etsy so we can sell our t-shirts over on Etsy. So follow along. We're going to be doing graphics too, and I'm going to show you a lot of different assets that you can use, where you can find your images, and so on. But remember, you can download fonts to your computer, and there's a ton of different fonts that you can go get and use, and free. There's no charge for and your computer will remember them once you download them to your computer. Um, so that's what we've done today. We've made just a simple Mother's Day is every day image. And please like, subscribe to the channel, and watch for 103.